isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will.
Welcome to Perspective, a podcast for wedding crews, where we sit down, often with a special guest, and talk about our many years of experience in the wedding industry so that you can learn from us and grow your wedding business. Hello, I'm Simon.
And I'm Greg.
Together, we are Cinemate Films, two Scottish-based wedding filmmakers who love nothing more than drinking coffee and talking shop with others in the wedding industry. And we've teamed up with The Weird Retreat to bring you a series of special episodes in the lead-up to the gathering on the 23rd to the 26th of March next year, 2026, in the Peak District. This episode is of course, sponsored by With Jack and Pick Time. I know the sponsors this week. Fucking hooray. Greg, who are we talking to today?
We are talking to Kate Hampson. Hello, Kate. How are you doing?
Hello, Kate.
Hello. I don't have coffee. I've got Ribena. I feel really left out.
Ribena?
Ribena! Breakfast of champions.
Oh, man. Okay, hey, no, I'm more of a Robinsons type of person, but, no shade.
They've only got the orange in the
for
corner
a while.
shop. Ribena, and they do like a Vimto juice as well. I've got the cool corner
Vimto.
shops here. Yeah, we've got it all in South London. Vimto juice. Yeah, Ribena, strawberry Ribena. Yeah. All the drinks.
All right, Kate. For those who haven't a clue who you are, like the one person and their granny, you want to introduce yourself and let people know who you are and what you do?
I actually don't think many people know who I am, which is quite cool. I don't really like being online at all. I find it really uncomfortable. So I'm kind of like an under the radar. Who the fudge is this person? Okay, successful, no swear, first one down. I know I'm a photographer, and I've just come home. Actually, it's not just at all. I've been home nearly 3 years after 9 years in California. And I'm not even joking. They said, oh, the light there's so great. The light there's so great. It's just compared to England. I've come from there and it's like, wow, everything's so beautiful. And I've come from here and I'm like, the darkest churches in the world. And it's film as well. So what the fuck? And
Yeah.
oh no, I've sworn and I'm only 4 minutes in. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You can swear as much as you like.
Anyway, I'm
There
a
we go. We've set the bar now.
I shoot on film. It's not because I'm cool. I just prefer the way it looks. And I shoot predominantly weddings, although I wouldn't call myself a wedding photographer. And I live in London. And I really can't think of anything else interesting to say about myself, other than the fact that I do look like Drop Dead Fred in the morning without a hairbrush. I'm clearly with a hairbrush.
I mean, what an excuse, ladies and gentlemen, to go to our YouTube and actually watch the show. I mean, already a visual correct, apparently, but
Hang on.
we'll let you be the judge.
Say,
Yeah, I mean, surely in my eyes, you've got a bit of a reputation after your stage diving.
Which
way up
one?
North.
oh,
Way north.
I've completely ruined
Which
my hair
one?
now. This is so fun.
Do you have a habit of stage diving? What's going on?
Might do, might not do. It's not going to happen at Weird, I don't think, because there's only like 16 people. Imagine trying to like sail over. It's just not. I tell you what, that stage was so low. I wasn't sure about my trajectory, the one in Stockholm. I'm standing there and like the people are standing up and I'm like, I can't go down. I've got to like go up, and I'm not exactly tall and I'm not exactly young. Launch myself, but I had a lot of help and some really nice young men caught me, so we're all good.
Thank you, young people. Like, okay, yes, it could have ended
I
very
know.
badly.
Oh, I made it to row 10 and I only bruised a rib, so.
So I was going to say, like, they're normally like seated auditoriums, right? How did that? Like, you managed to jump and reach the first row? That's pretty impressive.
No, I made them all. I asked them all very nicely to stand up. So luckily,
right.
some other people had been doing audience participation. So like, oh, could everyone stand up? So I had in the background Alice in Chains, 1993 Brixton Academy live, and then I'm crowd surfing in that video, aged 18. And I had everybody please stand up, and everyone kind of stood up, and I don't know if they're expecting to dance or whatever. I'm like, right, front to your rows, don't let me die. And then I think people might have worked out what was going on. The phones came out, and I'm like, right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Didn't everyone see my knickers? And off we go. And yeah, no one saw my knickers. Nothing got broken. We're all good.
That's it. That's it. See, I was worried when you said people are going to pull out the phones because really, I mean, audiences were different back. I'm trying to find another way of saying the old days.
33 years.
Like
it's okay. You can say 32, 33 years. It's gone like that. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm 18 years old.
Isn't that
they were pulling out
crazy?
there? I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Is it gone?
Suddenly, you're just
am I an
the old
adult?
person.
Am I a grown up? What you can't tell is I'm wearing pajama bottoms on my bottom half.
Well, there's your answer. No, you're not.
No, I'm not a grown up.
It's just a fucking number anyway. Who cares? It's fine.
Having like an existential crisis right now. So that could explain the crowd surfing. Who knows what's going to happen next year?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I mean, look, if you are crowd surfing it weird, I will be definitely getting my phone out because I don't see it going very well.
There's not enough of us. We all need to have hands.
Well, do you know what we could do? And here's what I'm thinking. No, I'm not like making anyone jealous, but I'm pretty sure my room has one of those roll top baths. And I know at least one of those rooms has one of those roll top baths. So we could maybe recreate the flake advert with clothes on.
Flake advert.
Yeah.
Wow.
With 16 photographers, maybe.
I mean, people out there are going to know what you're talking about. They're going, who is this old woman? Anyway.
Oh!
Not me. I would never say such a thing. I just know we've got listeners who are mean and judgmental.
Pause.
I'm just kidding, listeners. I'm just kidding.
Go search YouTube for the flake video.
It's a woman and she eats a flake in a bath and she's the only person in history to not get crumbs all down herself. I can't eat them on the tube for that reason.
I just refuse to eat them now. I mean, I've got too many other things that are messy in my life. I don't need chocolate to be all over me. You know, okay, I do want to ask you something because it's directly on your website. What's this belief about UFOs?
Oh my God, I saw one.
You saw one? See, I think I saw one as well.
Gosh. Okay, this is where we lose like half your listeners. I'm so sorry.
Not Sean Bell, though. Sean Bell is listening going, yes, fucking get in with the
Are you ready? Are you ready for my story? And
I'm ready.
not.
I'm so ready.
And I have held fast from this belief since, I want to say like 28. Wait, hang on. I was living in Southern California. I was driving to Northern California. So it would have been 2019. And I was driving through Bakersfield. Do you remember Bakersfield? There's like not a lot going on. It's like north of LA, south of Big Sur, San Francisco, whatever. And I'm driving. There's nothing around. Nothing. It's like pitch black, whatever. And then I see this thing. Imagine the Amazon logo, like the curvy bit, but that's just made out of lights. And this thing just kind of goes in like this weird upward diagonal situation movement. And then I never saw it again. And I pulled over and I was like, what? Nothing. So I did, but I've always believed anyway. Like, I mean, how can we be so narcissistic to think that we are the only life form in the universe? Obviously not. There's something out there. What I saw, I don't know, but I've never seen anything like that before, and I've never seen anything like that since.
There is definitely someone listening being like, when did Amazon start using drones?
It was before. It was before they started using drones. It wasn't an Amazon thing. Look,
I know, I'm just
bloody UFO. This is my podcast episode. It is a thing.
It's okay.
Yes.
I had an experience when I was a wee boy.
Tell me.
Well, we used to live in the borders, so it was like a small town. So you could see space pretty well, like billions of stars. But I was following this one that was like going like a zigzag. And I thought at first it was a satellite. You know, satellites only move in straight lines. I don't have a clue what moves in a zigzag pattern, but it was like zigzag over here, and then it just got to a point in the sky and just shot off. I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I remember it vividly because it was what a wild thing. I still don't know what it was, but anyway,
I don't know what mine was, but it wasn't anything I'd seen before, and it wasn't, you know.
Greg, you got any strange beliefs?
By definition, those two are unidentified objects, so nobody can deny what you're claiming it to be.
You're right. I'm not saying it's the
aliens.
aliens.
What I saw. I'm not saying it's the aliens, but
I just don't know.
They are here. They are here for sure. There might be cats. I don't know. But they definitely... What? They live
Did you
among
say
this.
they might be cats?
They might be cats.
They might be cats. I suppose.
Okay, are you ready for this?
We don't know. Yes.
Cats, right?
Yeah.
They manipulate you mentally to do everything they want. You open doors they don't want to walk through. You feed them when you know it's not their dinner time. You do everything for them. Who can do that apart from perhaps an alien in a cat body? This is really just by being honest, I promise.
You know what? I feel like this is a sensible part to move on and start talking about other things so that we don't lose the audience. But yes, I mean, you know what? We're talking about weird, the retreat. We are weird. It's okay to be weird.
Of course.
Obviously, I mentioned my one childhood experience. What shaped you as a child growing up?
Oh my God. The most mental crap. I had, my parents are really, really, really open-minded. They would let my brother take me to raves when I was like 15 years old. Illegal raves in
like proper
a field.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Proper. What's your name? Where you from? What you want? Type thing. I was 15 and it was just, thank you, Matt. But thanks, Mum and Dad. They knew what we were up to. They knew what we were doing. And my dad would always be like, look, just be careful. If you can't be good, be careful. I had and bearing in mind, I was 15 in 1990. So my 90s experience was getting away with murder because there's no social. I'm trying to think if my mum's going to be listening to this. I'm sure she's not, because there's no social media and there's no iPhones. So we could have so much fun and no one really knew anything about it. And having the ability to make those mistakes and live that kind of life without constant scrutiny, it was absolutely incredible. Turns out my parents knew every single thing we were doing anyway, like everything. But they just let us get on with it because, you have to make these experiences and these mistakes for yourself. And then you hear about their kind of lives when you get them drunk enough and you're like, oh, that's why the way you are with us. So really relaxed, hippie-ish kind of parents who were just like, yeah, do your thing, have fun, go where the spirit takes you. And they gave me a camera when I was 6, basically to keep me out of trouble, and it didn't work. But I've had a camera in my hand since then. Doesn't work.
6 years old, damn.
6 years old, yeah. It was a little 110.
Okay.
The little, full disclosure, I turned 50 this year. This is where you say, no shit, you look 18.
You do look amazing.
No shit, you look 18.
You do. You look amazing. Good genes in
I've
that
got
one.
the blinds closed. I've got all the blinds closed so you can't see the harsh light. It's just kind of hitting this one wrinkle right here. But we'll just move swiftly on. It was a 110 with the little flash pop-up thingy. You took a picture and then you've ruined the flash. So I'm photographing the front door, the car, and my dad's like, "You'll ruin the flash." I'm like, ruin the flash? What on earth are you talking about? And the camera, I don't think I have him up here, unfortunately. No, I don't. And I take that to weddings now. So any black and white you see has been taken on TMAX 400 with this little black and silver Pentax but it's fully manual and my eyes are like, not getting any better. So, but luckily blurry photos is really fashionable right now. So I'm pretty much solid there.
That's true. Is it now? I'm wondering if that is like, is that like a coincidence that,
oh God,
because we're all getting a bit older, the fashion has come around to being like, oh, slightly out of focus. Is it? Maybe. But who knows?
It's
by
so
the way,
funny.
I've moved my eyeline to down on my laptop here, just because I don't think I have seen any of your black and white stuff on your website. Oh no, it's all over
You
there.
won't have done. I haven't updated my website in 3 years because I had flow themes and I can't update it right now. So that's a winter project. Unfortunately, there's nothing new there.
By the way, look, I'm not going to have a go at your website, all right? But you've got some anti-theft stuff in there. Makes it a fucking nightmare to do like notes and stuff, gathering information. I had to like screenshot every fucking page. I had like 50 images of just the words that you had written so I could go through them. Bastard! What the hell? What the hell, Kate?
I have anti-theft stuff everywhere because everyone kept copying me.
Well, I was going to say, like, it does scream like it's like those warning labels of like coffee or someone like this coffee's hot. Like no shit, but obviously it's because someone's been a fucking idiot. So there's got to be a story behind why you've got anti-theft everywhere. So tell me about it. What's happened? What's happened in your life?
Let's not go there. I have a stalker. We're good. Let's move on.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But also, people do have a habit of copying me. Or yellow and black has just become fashionable since I did it. I don't know. But the website's being redesigned this winter as well, because I've got to move away from flow themes. My SEO's gone down. But I'm still number 1 in the world if you type in film wedding photographer. So
nice.
Well,
Yellow and
yeah.
So when this redesign comes out, we have to watch the space for other websites redesign in spring next year.
Yep. And don't even try it, right? You can't steal a thing and it'll continue. Don't you dare, listeners, try and steal anything of Kate's. You'll just be wasting your time.
Didn't everyone have anti-theft stuff all over their websites, no?
Not the people I've had on the podcast. I've been ripping stuff left, right, and center. Makes my job hella easy.
Although there is some people who just don't have words on their website, and they are annoying.
That's true. Yeah.
That's going to be me next year, so.
Who famously
Luke Bell, I'm thinking of.
Luke Bell, I had to go deep on his research, so I did. I mean, like every Instagram post he posted, I'm like, what are the words he's used? He doesn't use any words anywhere. Right, generic notes. What does he look like? I don't know.
That's interesting. Then did you find my hidden page?
Your hidden page? No. I had a hard enough time. No,
there's a
what's your
secret hidden page. Not telling you. You got to find it.
Oh shit! Right.
I'll find it, Simon. Don't worry.
Google.
I'll find it.
Kate Bunny Hampson. Private page.
So going back to photography.
Yes, can we?
You've been shooting film photography since you're 110, back at those raves. How do you feel about the wedding industry adapting film now? Like the rise of it in this current time?
Bananas. I thought, like, when I was in California, I thought I was one of the only ones. Like, oh, all film, whatever. And then I came home to England and I really thought I thought it was everybody. I was like, oh my God, there's so many people shooting full film. Yay. And I didn't realize that they actually weren't. And it was like just becoming a thing. I don't know what's happened. Oh my God, film. And it's so cute, like watching people pick up like a point and shoot or an old black and silver Pentax and just putting a roll through and getting excited and like waiting for the film. And I'm like, I love this feeling. And it's so exciting, like Christmas, like waiting for your Christmas presents to come in when you're waiting for 40 odd rolls or whatever a week. And it's horrifying because I'm just like, oh my God, they're going to be awful. I can't remember a single picture I've taken. And then obviously they're fine. Touch wood. I've got no wood to touch. Bollocks. Lots of matches have to do. And they're fine. And I'm watching it like take over. And I'm like, it's going to go away soon. Surely it's going to go away soon. And it's not. And I'm like, ooh, maybe Kodak can lower their prices and produce some more film for us or something. That'd be nice. Or stop people bullying us when we try and take it through airport scanners. That would be nice too.
Yeah, I don't know. That's asking too much of airport security. They're always going to be mean people. But,
they called the police on me at Malaga. 3 policemen.
Why? What did you do?
I asked very, very politely in Spanish, which I don't speak, for a hand check of my film because it's a wedding. And they said no. And then I asked again, and then I showed the screenshot that I'd got on my phone. And they said no. And then I asked again, but maybe a little bit less calm. And then they brought over 3 policemen. I won. I got my way. I got my hand check. And I'm universally hated by Malaga Airport. But they'll hand check medicine. They'll hand check baby food. Why won't they hand check a bag of film?
Yeah, that does sound bizarre. I mean, for those who haven't had experience with film yet, what's the problem of going through security?
It ruins the film. The X-rays, their scanner fogs the film,
like,
and they'll say it doesn't. Yeah,
okay.
I mean, look, they'll say it doesn't. You've got the old style X-ray machines, and they're generally all right up to 800, but you're still going to notice. And at the end of the day, any kind of radiation is not good. Like I know people who fly with their film in the cabin, in a lead line bag, so
Wow.
that it doesn't get affected. Yeah, if you're that serious about taking photos on film, I know of someone who will not be watching this podcast because they're a fashion photographer who took, I want to say, 50 odd rolls of medium format in Japan, and they all went through the scanner and they all got fogged. And it was a CT scanner as well. But like a wedding, you can't go back and redo that. I mean, the fashion shoot, it's going to cost a lot of money, but you can. A wedding, you can't. So if I've gone through all the effort to make sure my film is perfectly exposed, perfectly conditioned, I've done a really good job, I'm not going to get stuck with three little whatevers at airport security just because I'm asking them to do one extra step and they've got documentation that says CT scanners are film safe. And I pull myself up to my full 5'4", and I put my hands on my hips and I go, I'm a professional, it's not safe. And then they look at this face and they call the police.
I mean, I'd be scared.
I would, if I was them as well, I'd call the police and, oh God, she's put her hands on her hips. What are we even?
Would you ever post the film back to yourself from a destination trip?
I walk all my film in.
Yeah.
I walk all my film into Gary. I will not be separated from my film. It's under my pillow. It's in a fireproof safe.
Who's Gary?
And then, I gatekeep Gary. He's my little secret. Gary, Gaza.
Is he
my
your
dark room.
Greg? Because I for many years I saved Kate.
Aww.
I kept Greg safe from other people, but other people tried to steal him, and they succeeded for a while. But he's still mine at the end of the day. I'm assuming that's the same kind of relationship as you and Gary.
Gary, I'm the only wedding photographer he has. And Gary does the printing and the Devon scan for like David Bailey. He did Mick Rock. He does Don McCullen. And lots of fashion-y type stuff. And there's me with my 30 rolls a week. Oh, Gary, I got a wedding. Oh, lovely. Where was this? Oh, yeah, this was wherever. Shame it rained. Yeah, ha ha. Because it always does. And Gary is magic. I can walk in and be like, I've got a roll. I don't know if I shot it at 800 or 16 because I forgot to mark the thing. And he'll just do a little clip test. He makes me look good. He has some kind of Gary magic.
Nice.
I can't tell you what it is, because then I'll give everything away. But he does something in the developing process that makes me look better than I am. Like there's any kind of luminosity, any kind of thing you see in my pictures, that's the Gary magic. So Gary's my darkroom technician. It's a 2.5 hour round trip for me just to walk the film up to Farringdon from South London. Nice. But number one, I get to walk it in. And I also get a bit inspired because there's always some really cool stuff on the walls or coming off the printer or whatever. And, I get to chat to these fashion photographers and pretend I'm as cool as them, even though I'm obviously not.
That's cool. Well, I'll make a note.
Gary.
Don't ask Kate about post-production. There you go.
You can. I just won't take you to Gary. Gary's my little secret.
Fine. You're allowed to have your secrets. It's okay. I get it. You keep Gary.
Sorry, Gary, no more business for you.
I know, if he does listen, he's like, fucking honest, what the... Anyway.
Could have done with that for the winter.
30 rolls a week from you. I'm sure he's doing fine.
He's doing just fine. You don't want to know how much I spent on Devon Scan last year. It's disgusting. I mean, it was like 15 grand. It was a lot.
50. Wow. Okay, fair enough.
I can tell you, actually, if you give me a sec, I can tell you exactly.
Yeah, I'd be intrigued.
Are people going to want to know this? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It might scare some people off of film.
People love talking money and stuff like that, especially in the UK, but only on a podcast. If you ask them face to face, they're like,
Okay, here we go. I'm not going to tell you the profit, but I'm going to tell you the film spend last year was 20,200.
Damn.
Are you alive? My Devon Scan spend last year was £15,905. My print spend was only 2,700, which is not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what total spend and then profit, which I'm not going to show you these columns on air, but I spent quite a lot of money on film.
Yeah.
A lot. It's disgusting, actually. It makes me want to just vom. It's basically it's a pound a picture, essentially. So every time I do this, it's like a pound, really, realistically.
Mm-hmm.
For context for listeners, do you shoot only film on wedding days?
Yes.
Or do you do digital? Yeah. Okay.
I have a digital. It's a 5D Mark III. It's stuck on manual. The top dial doesn't work. I take it with me just in case. You know, it's like having the Valium in the handbag that you don't need, but it's nice to know it's there if you do need. So it's the digital in the camera case. I do use it for live music, though. I do work for Live Nation, and that's all digital. Not because it's my preference. I hate it and I can't make it look good editing, really. That's the only reason I shoot film. I think it just looks nicer. And I'm not good at editing. I'm not good, and I don't enjoy making photos on a computer. I like to make photos on a camera. But yeah, the editing of the digital stuff, like Live Nation, I have 24-hour turnaround, and I couldn't do that on film, even if they would pay me to do so. And I can't, which is annoying. So I'm stuck. So yes, weddings though.
Well, let's stick on the wedding industry for a little bit, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, in your notes you wrote because we asked you what were you going to be talking about, and in fact, was it for the weird, or was it just in general what you could talk about? And anyway, I remember
think I just
you
listed
saying
things that I'm into.
I mean, you said walking your own path in an industry that needs to change, I believe is what
That's
you
correct.
put needs in capitals. I was like, okay,
what
about the wedding industry needs to change? Yeah. What about the wedding industry needs to change here?
Oh God, everything. I just want people. Want is a very strong word. I want this. I'm Prime Minister of the wedding industry. I think it would be nicer if perhaps people thought a little bit more about the couples and what they would like than perhaps what they would like. I go to weddings and I'm like, if you don't want this online, it's not going. I've signed a lot of NDAs this year, and I don't post a lot because I'm fighting this inner battle with, yes, I should be posting my work because some of it I'm proud of. And my couples makes them happy, but I don't like posting someone's most private, intimate moments for whole the world to see. So I'll be emailing my couples like, look, I'm going to post your wedding. Are there any pictures you don't want me to post? Like all the really, really I just feel really uncomfortable doing that. It's not about me. It's not my marketing exercise. It is these people who have paid me to photograph their wedding. And I worry that a lot of that has been forgotten about. Try this trend, follow that trend, use this camera, do what the couple wants. Do what the couple wants. Like, I had a girl 2 years ago. It was absolutely batshit. She was married to a photographer, and she was really into like architecture and whatnot. And she wanted 80% of her gallery to be black and white film. Fucking mad. No. Shall I just shoot some color in case she changes her mind and then convert it to black and white? Which I did, actually. I ended up shooting 50-50 black and white color. Because, you can't obviously convert black and white to color, and all the film purists will be like, how dare she convert? Come on. It may be film, but we still use Photoshop, for God's sake. And I ended up, shooting half of it on color and convert, but she was thrilled. Absolutely loved the black and white. And I was like, whoa, I would never, ever have done that off my own bat, like really out of my comfort zone. I had another couple in July, and one of their references, so I asked them, do you have any music videos, paintings, movies, anything that sings to you? So I have an idea what kind of shit they like. And they really like the film Punch Drunk Love. It's all right. So I watched Punch Drunk Love. And a couple of frames they specifically wanted. I had to go against my natural inclination. I like to shoot film really clean, like a really clean exposure, not very grainy. And they wanted grainy, dark, grungy. And I was like, so, film nerds. I put a roll of Ultramax 200 in that little black and silver Pentax. I pushed it 3 stops so that the grain and the contrast and the weird colors would come out. And I intentionally had it out of focus. I know. And they loved it. It was everything I do not do. And I was like, I'm so embarrassed. And they loved it. They put it on Instagram, and all their friends are like, wow, that's amazing. And I'm like, it's subjective. It's all subjective in what people like. And just because the version of film I like is very 90s magazine, there are other people's versions of film that they like. And I'll do that for them. So way back to what I'm talking about, the wedding industry does need to change, because I'm really upset that people are just being a little bit selfish about it.
Mm.
And if you're listening, I'm not talking about you. Whoever you are, if you think it's you, I'm really not talking about you. I don't know anyone in the industry. I try not to follow wedding photographers, but I do notice things.
I get that. I've actually never heard of Punch Drunk Love. So I was just checking out there. It's quite a stylized movie. Well, from the screen grabs that I'm looking at anyway. So I can see.
It's very not me. So it's really interesting to do something, to be asked to do something you can do, but you don't do. That's quite fun.
Yeah, a lot of top light, backlight type stuff. That's cool. Yeah. Interesting. I'll maybe give that a watch. Actually, let's talk about Martin Parr for a minute, since he's just passed away. Now, of recording, it's the 9th of December. And Martin obviously passed on the 6th?
Days, maybe?
I think. Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. And I went to the cinema to watch I Am Martin Parr. And it was such a great... It was just such a well done film. And I just want to recommend people go see that movie. It's on BBC iPlayer, I think. But yeah, crazy. I mean...
I know, it's so sad. They're all bloody going.
I mean, his images are... surely they must have been an influence for you. Yeah.
He actually has a quote on my website that people are going to think I just threw up there this week now. Yes, I think it's on the homepage, and yes, he did say it. Are you having a little look now?
I'm having a wee look.
It was that picture as well. I think he needed glasses, or he needed his eyes checking or something. It's for those who can't see, it's a blurry image of a pair of shoes flung on the floor and a handbag. And he said Vogue would dream of images like this.
Yeah, Vogue would dream of photos.
And that was 3 years ago, maybe, when I was in that was when I was in California. And he said it, and that went straight on my website, and it never left.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
I was like, cheers, mine.
Yeah,
cheers, mine.
You know, it's funny for such a. I mean, what kind? Like, how would you describe this image? Other than, I mean, to me, it's just like pure.
Shit, actually, terrible.
There's nothing. No, not the photo itself. I mean, just part of. What is this shit
There's
image?
a million things wrong with it. It is so wrong. I can list every single thing that's wrong with that picture. Like, honestly, it's just.
Well. Yes. See, I'm of the belief that there's no wrong way of taking an image, but
yeah, that's true.
How you've taken it very much fits this vibe. But you see a lot of this type of imagery in weddings quite a bit. People at the end of the night going, there's some shoes and some spit. Yeah, it's quite popular now. But what are those images called? Because I would like, if I was to do if I was filing and then I would call them details or something, but it's not, that doesn't really
do you know
say
what it is
anything
for
about.
Me? You're gonna hate me. You're gonna absolutely hate me.
I doubt it, but go on.
No, you are. I've got 2 frames left on this roll, and I want to change it over quickly. So let's just fire them at the floor before I change. And usually that's of like my feet, but it can be a disco ball, a pair of shoes, a handbag. It gets fired in the air at the floor, and that's generally how I change the roll. So, but then I realize all the good shit happens at the end of the roll, right?
Yeah,
because you're not thinking. You're like, oh, what can I just quickly fanny around with that no one's even going to judge me on? It's the end of the roll. And the end of the roll and the start of the roll, when it's not of my feet, and to be fair, I've got pretty cool shoes. I wear leopard print Vans to work. It's usually of something like that. So they're not really intentional. It's just look at the floor. And the shoe stuff happened when I was in California, and there was this girl wearing like these snakeskin shoes, and she was like kneeling down talking to someone. I was like, oh, my mum would like those shoes. Fired off a picture from my mum. And she really likes shoes. And that picture went on my Instagram, and some other bride I was due to photograph, she's like, well, can I buy that picture? I'm like, And someone said like, oh, can I use that picture as an album cover? And I'm like, huh? All right, I guess I'll start photographing shoes. And so shoes happened, I think, around about 2020. So yeah, when I do just fire the camera at the floor when I'm finishing a roll, it's generally on a pair of shoes.
We're going to interrupt this podcast to bring you an advertisement for PickTime. Our buddies at PickTime, we love PickTime. If you want to elevate your business, PickTime's maybe the way to do it.
It's an online gallery delivery service.
It's a really good looking one, which is initially how we got into the service. It just looks better than all the other kind of platforms that we personally use.
Yeah, and we've over time got to know the owners, got to know the people behind it, lovely people, great support system there as well.
There's just so many tools at your fingertips with PickTime, but the marketing and the blogs and the slideshow features.
Yeah, there's so much more than just a gallery delivery service. You've got all those things that Simon's talking about. You can create your own blog from it. You can create slideshows. One new feature that I really love is the vendor network. It's where you can use AI to curate a gallery for a specific supplier. So you could use AI to gather all the photos of the flowers and send them to the florist, and they would have that gallery specific just for them.
It's kind of a mind-blowing feature.
Yeah.
And we might as well be taking advantage of AI before the uprising and it starts taking advantage of us. So let's just all bear that in mind.
Yeah, and not to mention the built-in store, and that way you can just make more money while also having a nice, aesthetically pretty gallery.
Yeah. And if you want to sign up today, you can get a free month if you use Perspective at checkout.
Yeah.
So if you want to test it out for free for a month, go for it.
Take your business to the next level with PickTime.
I'm not into shoes. She's just a shoe thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
that
really
comment
into shoes either,
about
but let's go.
That comment about like the best stuff happens when you're not thinking about it. Did you have to? You've obviously been shooting film for forever, and you shoot it constantly.
Yep.
But like when I shot film for just hobby and passion, I used to always think, oh, no, it's not worth taking that photo. That's a couple of £1 there. And I was just shooting things like walking around the street. Does that go through your head at a wedding? Like, it's not worth it?
Yeah, but I take it anyway, because I've got to show you something. Something? Sorry. Just like bringing out my roots here. All right, everyone. How you doing? In case you can't tell, you know where I'm from. Bring out my natural accent so you can understand me. I had to talk like Mary Poppins when I was in America because no one actually understood me. But now I'm home, I can literally like properly bring out the, you know. Right, I've bigged this picture up far too much here. I've been like literally scrolling through my phone and I just can't find it. I took this and I said to her, oh shit, that's not going to come out. Because I looked and my light meter was like 3 stops under. But I got my scans back this week and it did actually come out. It's really bad. You can't really.
It's just
light.
so pixelated. Yeah. But that
you can't really tell because, hang on, if I show it like that, can you see it a bit better? There you go.
Oh.
What I'm trying to show you is how light the image is. And when I'd said to her, this isn't going to work, it's 2 stops under, after I'd taken it, I was like, oh shit, I've just wasted money. It came out. It's always, I know I do it. They're doing the ceremony. It's 20 minutes. I've already taken the picture. I'm going to take it again with a different camera and again with a different, just in case, just in case. For some reason, all my cameras die at once. And I do end up with maybe 8 pictures of the same thing on different cameras, maybe. Important stuff. And during the cull, I'm throwing a lot of money away because I am an overshooter, even though it's film, and I really try hard not to be. But it's just, I'm very, very quick. You know, the photojournalist, fast paced. So it's a really annoying combination, money-wise, of being a film photographer who's also a trained photojournalist, which was also on film when I was doing that. But again, I wasn't the one paying for the film. It's a really hard position to be in because all you want to do is just get everything and not spend a lot of money. I'm not art trained, I'm photojournalist trained. So I'm not looking for pretty, I'm looking for real.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it pretty. I'm trying to make it pretty.
Pretty awesome. Anyway, let's get on to your act. I know. Honestly, been too nice today. Our listeners are like, who is this nice guy? I want spicy Simon back. Anyway, let's take on to your style of work for a minute because obviously we spoke about you, but your work we haven't really focused on. So I mentioned obviously Martin Parr, photojournalism, those sorts of things. So maybe our listeners are kind of getting a vibe as to the kind of images you're taking, but how would you describe them?
Kind of like someone's taking them at Glastonbury 96, a couple of tabs down.
Okay.
I don't know. Messy, real, raw, honest, a little bit crap around the edges, but intentionally so. Realistic. Real humans, real people, real nostalgia, rather than perhaps opening up and finding your images in brides beautiful, which is not my style. I couldn't do it even if I wanted to. And I really admire those people who show wedding photos that look like the day's been calm. I want to go to those weddings because my weddings are never, ever, ever calm. And I know I'm the common denominator and everything, but it's not my fault. I just happen to attract those kinds of weddings. They're so much fun, but I don't know. I don't pee for like 11 hours. So I don't know too much information. Sorry about that. I don't drink either. So like my skin ends up like that of a 70-year-old the next day. But I'm always running around and it's always chaotic and it's always messy and it's never calm. And I want to go to one of these weddings I see online where it's calm and it's peaceful and it's not messy and the room's tidy. And I don't know. I never see those weddings ever. I don't even know if they exist. But I think my photos kind of reflect the kind of weddings that I get. She's just a little bit chaotic, real and fun.
Yeah.
Very fun.
I think we had an amazing conversation with Tracy Jade. I don't know if you know Tracy, but she is very much like, she'll go to weddings and she will not touch or move anything. She won't reposition anyone. Like, say in the preps, if the bride's not by the window, she's not going to say, hey, come over here by the window. The light is nice. She just is pure documentary bush. Is that your approach as well? Or do you have some sort of guidance? Because I feel that most people would guide nicely. They'd add some guidance, but it was, yeah. I mean, I'm intrigued with how you approach a wedding day.
I'm giving away all my secrets for couples that may be listening who haven't had their weddings next year. So, hey guys, this is what's going to happen to you. I guide them in a way they don't know it's happening.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it could just be me moving myself, or kind of like border collieing them, herding them up a little bit to get people where I kind of want them to be just by moving myself around a little bit, and they'll never know. Or unfortunately, this sort of thing happens at a wedding. Oh, holy fucking shit, guys, look at the light. And then we'll quickly go running and play in the light for 5 minutes before dinner. My couples this year know exactly. They know, I'm talking about you. And they had fun. They take the camera, they photograph each other and we play in the light and it's just beautiful. So sometimes they'll know that kind of thing. It's like pretty bloody obvious. And sometimes it's like, I want them to be there, but I don't want them to feel intimidated like I'm going to take a picture. So I need them to get from here to there. How am I going to do that? And it can be something simple like, oh my God, did you guys see that squirrel? And then they'll move. So they'll move without... Yeah, basically. Oh, I really want her to be in there and not by the television because I hate televisions in hotel rooms. So how am I going to do? So I just move myself. And if I kind of move myself, then people generally kind of move around to fill the spots that you have left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's stealth ninja guidance.
Is there anything at when that you wouldn't shoot? Because I mean, there's not really anything that I don't shoot, but I've been told not to shoot something like, I'm smoking, don't shoot me. I'm like, oh, okay.
There have been some famouses that there are some things very much not to shoot that I can't talk about, which is obviously really annoying. Sorry about that. So let's just don't dangle the carrot and then take it away from you.
I know,
I'll shoot
son of a
everything.
Bitch.
You son of a bitch.
First Greg, first
Actually,
Gary, and now this. That's unbelievable.
So much gatekeeping.
There's actually one thing I didn't shoot. I put my camera down last year and it was in the church and they were talking about the groom's mum who'd passed away, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years before. And I was, shooting the newlyweds and they're sitting there and someone's talking. And then he was just overcome, like so much emotion. I can't do it. I've got one picture of the two of them. She's holding his hand. He's a bit upset. And I'm not going to photograph this guy losing his shit because of his mum, like how upset he is. So I actually, I put the camera down and then this butterfly turned up And this bloody butterfly started flying all around the church, whatever. And I was like, it's a butterfly. So I got the butterfly and then, just carried on. And then he'd finished and whatnot. And then, they came out of the church and I was like, did you see the butterfly? Did you see the butterfly? I was like, yeah, I saw the butterfly. But not this guy. Like, that was just too much. That was something I felt really uncomfortable witnessing, let alone photographing. But there is stuff like in LA, there was a British girl marrying an American. And all the Americans went home by like 10 o'clock because they had a few too many Bud Lights. But all the Brits were still on the dance floor. And someone came to find me about 1 o'clock in the morning, like, buddy, his cousin's a policeman officer in England and he's asleep in a hedge on Sunset Boulevard. You've got to come and get it. Obviously, that sort of thing you have to, of course. So no, there's nothing I will not photograph unless, like something that I feel the couple would be really uncomfortable being photographed or having a record of afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
But not a lot, really. Even illegal stuff, you do it. I'll just make sure we don't get caught.
Yeah, fair enough. So there's nothing like there's no particular feeling that you want people to feel when you look at your portfolio, or like is it just like tonally all over the place, but just in your voice? If you know what I mean.
It's all over the place, but in my voice, because every wedding's different. Every wedding is different. The couple, their friends, every single one is different, and everyone will have a different vibe. Photographically, they're probably going to look really similar because they've hired me. And as much as I tried years ago to be like everyone else, and I just couldn't. Well, I could. I did it. It looked horrendous, and I stopped. But they kind of know what they're going to get. And the whole vibe really is like they've invited, one of their mates has a camera, and I get that a lot. Like, oh, how do you know so-and-so? Oh, yeah, they hired me. You mean you're not friends? Well, we are now, but they literally hired me. Never met them before today. And the whole vibe is just blend in, just me and my cameras, like, hey, on the dance floor, running around. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, chit, chat, chat. Because it's already intimidating. It's already scary. It's a terrifying thing. And the last thing they need is the intimidation of like the photo team. I'll have them come up and like, I feel really silly asking me this, but like, there's this picture we really like to do. Like, would you mind? Like, would you mind taking it? Oh, fuck yeah! The amount of bathrooms I've been in at weddings with girls doing tequila shots or getting changed, or we normally have a party in a toilet cubicle. Would you come and photograph it? Absolutely. If that's what you enjoy doing, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there like a bad smell following you around all day, because just because someone's getting married, it doesn't mean they lose their whole personality. We're not all into love and dreamboats. We are real people with real things. Why do you want your whole album to reflect romance and roses when you're the person doing Jaeger bombs at 9 o'clock, with your grandmother? Real story.
Yeah. Oh, I want to hear that story. But I have to say yes, because there's nothing worse than working alongside the photographer and they come back from taking a photograph that they've been made to shoot, and they just moan about how that's not their thing or like whatever. And I'm just like, shut up, man. Just shut up. Stop your fucking moaning. We are at a party where everyone's having a great time and you're here moaning at me just because I don't know, so, like they wanted to take a silly picture or whatever they wanted to do just for fun. Fucking just shut up. Honestly. And if you're that type of photographer,
artiste. I'm a serious artiste. I can't do that.
Yes, that's right. Oh, this is below me. Honestly, man.
Mate, I do family shots all the time. Group photos. Walk up to a nice, well-dressed couple and say, hey, do you have many pictures of the two of you? Look at me. I've got a camera. Let me take a picture for you. Like, they'll come up and say, do you mind taking this photo? And my line is always, would I look like a photographer? Because it's funny. Yeah, see? I got my dad jokes. I got them all, mate. I got them all. Of course. It's my job. It's why I'm here. I'm not so up myself that I think that that's beneath me. Yeah, I won't do a dress hanging in a tree. I'm not up myself. I just don't think it looks good. It looks better on a person than on a hanger. Like, but again, I don't have a fashion background.
Don't judge me. I've hung a dress up before in a tree. Don't fucking come on my podcast and judge me, kid. No, but you're right. It looked shit.
It looks shit. Shoes look better on feet. Dresses look better on people. Bracelets look better on wrists. Fags look better in hands, you know.
Yes, indeed. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah, by the way, just in case there's photographers out there thinking, oh, there's another video person moaning about how we're not doing the job right. I don't mean that, all right? I will. There's an equivalent here. You know, for a video person, when a couple come up to you and are like, hey, can you take my picture? Know that a lot of videographers hate that because they're like, do I look like a photographer? Like, honestly.
Do you take the picture or do you do a video?
I love it. I actually say yes, right? Yes. But just to let you know, it's a video, so I'm gonna get a video shot. And as soon as you describe it as a video, like you get the shot and they think they're posing, and then you say, by the way, this is video, and they always act weird. And if it's a couple, they'll usually do like I don't know. I'll say like, well, why do you like this person? They'll be like, I don't know, and they'll do a fucking funny relationshipy thing, and I'm like, I know that's not going to make the film, but that clip might end up in their gallery, and I hope they see it because it's funny. And
it's funny. We go to weddings. It's supposed to be fun. It's not. Yeah. I would just like to also point out, I'm not shitting on anybody apart from my previous self.
Yes. Oh, you know what?
I don't really know what other photographers do. I try not to follow them. I don't want my brain to be diluted by other people. So anyone I'm shitting on is me probably pre-2020, 2021, when I felt like I had to be like everybody else. So again, I'm not, this is just me. I don't know who you are. I'm sure you're great.
Nah, you're shit.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
speaking.
No, I'm just kidding. Wait, Greg. Wait. I've got. Oh, right. You were gonna ask
a
the
nice transition there. Come on, Simon.
All right. Hang on. I'll just fucking.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. I think I need more than Ribena. Where's my coffee?
Sorry. You ask it, Greg. I've been doing too much talking, too much moaning.
You mentioned your past self. I want to talk about California a bit more. Like, how did that come about, and what was like the wedding industry like when you were over there, or what was your weddings like? Were they different how they are now?
California happened because I was in an abusive relationship, and he isolated me and dragged me to a different country away from all of my beloved people. And then when I eventually escaped that situation on the third attempt after 1 year, I was alone in San Francisco. What do I do? So I picked up my camera and I did photojournalism. I did foot photos. I did pet photos.
I'm sorry, did you say foot photos?
Yes, I did.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about, Kate?
Is this like pre-OnlyFans style foot photos?
Wow, this question took a fucking dive. No judgment. It's fine.
No judgment. Craigslist.
You're in a safe place. You're in a safe place.
Well, this is public, right? So anyway, I fell into weddings, didn't we all?
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't want to do this. Why? Like, it's the last thing I wanted to do. It was a wedding. And my first wedding, actually, she was really, really nervous. And I was alone with her after, briefly. And he'd gone to the car, and I was like, oh my God, do you feel better now? Like, I was so proud of myself that I'd got her down the aisle. She's like, yeah, but I'm in love with someone else and he won't stop texting. Right. Okay. She had a phone like tucked in her dress, and this guy was like messaging. It didn't last, obviously. And that was my first wedding. But then I went back for a second, friend of a friend. And I was like, I quite like this, because it's never the same. Keeps you on your toes. Chaos, fun people, different things to photograph all day, doesn't get boring. And I was only charging maybe like $300 a wedding at the time. 2016. It wasn't really sustainable, especially San Francisco. It's a very expensive city.
Yeah.
But I was shooting like everyone else because I didn't know there was another way to be. And I was trying to keep my visa. It's like a really long story. They took my green card away. And I was trying to keep that and stay in the country. And to do that, I had to prove that I was like one of the best, which I know was nowhere near one of the best. So I was going for all the awards and the WPJAs, and, I won a Fearless, no big deal, won it on film, whatever, 35 mil, to try and stay in the country. But I was trying so hard to be like everybody. You would not even recognize. I showed my old brochure to a friend of mine last week, and he's like, when did that lightning bolt hit you? Because it is so different. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to show some old photos at Weird, because it really is different. They're not bad. They're very traditional wedding pictures, but you can't see me in them. You can't tell I took them. And I thought that was really interesting. Perhaps what other people would do if they went, actually, fuck it. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And if no one books, no one books. But at least I've stayed true to myself. And that's what happened with me. And then I came home and, floodgates, really. Turns out that people do want a little bit mad, a little bit weird, and a little bit shit. My words, not theirs.
So I know... Sorry, words, Simon, for a podcast. Behave yourself. So... Obviously, you haven't said when this all happened, but I'm intrigued as to that lightning bolt, as you described it.
It was a lightning bolt,
or your friend. What was it, and how did you then change, or did you need to do anything to change, or was it just kind of that's just how you would do it if you viewed it slightly differently?
It was a few things at once.
Okay.
So it would have been 2020. I was so bored of weddings. I was done. 2019, 2020, I was bored. And I started taking a little point and shoot for me, for shits and gigs. And I put it in the gallery, and people seem to like these ones more than all the others. And that's interesting. Maybe I'll shoot a bit more film. Maybe I'll shoot a bit more film. Maybe I'll shoot a bit more film. And that's where we went on. Until the day in Joshua Tree, and it was 114 degrees. So what's that? 40 something? Or 40 something degrees Celsius. And my digital cameras turned off. I went mirrorless, and they all turned off, and they wouldn't turn on again. And I had to shoot the rest of the day on a $50 point and shoot film camera. And I was like, fuck digital, I'm not going back. And the couple loved them pictures because they were very Kate with a point and shoot in the 90s. And I'm like, oh, I like this. They like this. And, there was a little bit of a frisson that maybe people quite like what I'm doing. And yeah, the fuck it moment. You've got Ollie, I believe you're talking to Ollie, and he's going to be at Weird as well. He had a group.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of fun. Excellent. He had a group, and, people could talk in his Facebook group, and I'd be like, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I blow up a car? Can I do this? And he had all this collateral that was just really helpful to me about being yourself and trying new things and taking risks and being brave. And I was like, fuck it. So I built a new website, the one that you've seen. I sat down just for 3 days listening to 2 albums on repeat. Never mind the Sex Pistols was one of them. A London Calling was the other. That should explain the website. It's the same color, the yellow, as Nevermind the Sex Pistols, and the font is the same font as a Blondie album as well. That should probably help the influences. And I just sat down for 3 hours. I think I was 12 for 3 days, 12, 13 hours a day on the sofa, just head down. And it was just coming out. These 2 albums on repeat. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going Kate. I don't care. I'm just going to put this on there. I'm going to throw that on there. I'm going to do a parental advisory warning. I'm just going to swear and talk about arseless chaps and whatever. Someone's going to love it. Someone has to love it, even if it's just one person. And it wasn't just one person. And I'm still shocked that this is luxury, whatever luxury is defined as. And it's this. Yeah. It's literally, it's this with 35-year-old film cameras that are held together with duct tape and a dream. And that's it. Just me. Yeah. It's funny. Awesome. It's so funny. It's just so funny. I'm like, someone's going to realize at some point, is this all a bit of a joke? I did actually think for quite a while it was all an elaborate joke, and that people were just fucking with me. But actually, no. Turns out people want this. It's so wild.
I mean, to be fair, you do it really, really, really well. So I can see why they want it.
I just don't know how to do anything else. I don't know what to. Yeah, I just don't know how to do anything else. What I do, I'm quite good at snowboarding. I'm quite good at.
Oh yes, that's
quite
right.
good at horse riding.
I remember on your.
I'm good at those things.
Yeah. Okay. surfing. I mean, you must have done all of that in California, surely.
I learned in Cornwall, actually. I did. The waves in San Francisco are like ridiculous. But one day in the winter, I surfed and snowboarded in one day. Did Pacifica in December in the morning at 7:30. And then I drove the 3 miles to Tahoe and I managed to snowboard in the afternoon. And that was something I'd really wanted to do while I was in California. So smashed it all out in one day.
That's wild.
Yes, surfing. I miss surfing so much. I miss it so much. Obviously no surf in London. Really?
No.
Just concrete surf, and that's quite painful. I miss it. I love it. It's insane.
Do you skate as well? Because it's
badly, very, very badly.
Yeah. See, I tried to learn how to like blade, but then I fell, and then I remembered
like roller
I'm
skate?
self-employed, and yeah, like roller skates.
I think it's skateboard. Yeah, I can do that.
No. I meant for you skateboarding, because obviously that translates. That's the equivalent of surfing, right? Just on the concrete waves. But yeah,
waves, really, really soft landing when you're not 50.
Yes, yeah,
Not during wedding season. No.
And what?
Not during wedding season, like you said. I'm self-employed. I need my arms and I need my legs.
Exactly, and that's why I will never be on wheels, because I just can't be trusted. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm genuinely terrible at just taking care of myself.
I'm terrible at teamwork. That's why all the things I'm good at are not team things. They're all solo adventures.
I actually wonder, have you ever... So when you go to weddings, is it always just you, or do you take a second, or you overshoot? So maybe that's not... Yeah, you just go yourself.
It's just me. However, this year...
Yeah. To load film and stuff?
No, just to carry my bag. It was amazing. The difference... Oh, and he's cheerful. So the difference, like... between not having to carry this bag as I'm running around London and saying things like, hey, how many rolls of 800 have I got in that bag? Or can I have some water? Or, whatever. Just really, 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 really helpful. So I've gone from being like, nope, no help, to have an assistant. I'm not good at trusting other people. So I'm like, can you imagine having like a second for the whole day and I'm relying on them and their pictures?
Mm.
Have you had situations
it's
where,
so difficult,
like, obviously the couple are all in on your style, but have you ever had another family member, like the parents, hire a digital photographer? Have you had that?
No, it's in my contract. Absolutely not. It's in my contract. No other photographers. None. Content creators. No. Wedding planner brings along a content creator. No. DJ brings along a content creator. No. Absolutely not. And I'm not being a dick about it, but I'm at a wedding. I'm trying to photograph the couple. I've got 3 or 4 of their friends standing in front of me with an iPhone and a film camera. One girl brought 3 film cameras to a wedding this year as a guest, as a present for the couple. I know, that was, yeah. I'm already fighting. And it is really trying to get what I want while other people are wanting, obviously, what they want. They're at a wedding, they want a picture on their iPhone. Of course they do. I'm not going to stop that happening. They want to get home and, look through their photos, of course. And it's difficult if there's more vendors trying to get the same pictures. But again, it goes back to why I'm there. I'm not a production team. I'm not an intimidating photo team. And the more people there are with big, scary cameras, the less these people can enjoy themselves. And when they're enjoying themselves and having fun, that's when the best pictures get taken anyway, So I have to, I'm doing far too many dog references. I don't even have a dog. When they go on the floor and make themselves all small so that they're not scary, when dogs do that. That's what I have to do as soon as I walk into a wedding. So I'm not intimidating. I'm not a scary photographer. I'm just, bunny, which I am at weddings. Hang on.
Mm. Hey, Greg,
bridesmaid made this. A bridesmaid made this for me. There you go. It's my bunny bracelet.
Aww.
It's my wedding persona. Bunny comes out. Bunny's a lot braver than Kate. Bunny's very talkative, and she talks to everyone.
I bet.
Now, is this Bunny we're talking to now, or is this Kate?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Greg,
Kate Bunny, I'm the same person.
Did you hear that list of people that she doesn't like to work with? But video wasn't one of them. Now, was she being nice because we're video, or would you work with a videographer, filmmaker?
I have worked with videographers. I've
Oh,
worked with some lovely ones. You know who you are.
Do they listen? I don't know. I mean, if you're listening, let us know. I've
not worked with many, to be fair. I've not worked with many, to be fair, actually.
Yeah. Did they? What was it? What was their approach?
They've all been different. There was one guy. Okay. He was absolutely incredible. He was Super 8, and I'd never met him before, never worked with him before, but we were never in each other's way. You know, it's like a dance. And then there was another photo team who were nothing like Harry's Wedding Films. Big up to you. Another video team who were nothing like him. They're like, right, we've got 5 stationary cameras for the ceremony. And I'm like, where am I supposed to? But I don't want to walk in front of your camera. Oh, no, that's fine. We'll edit you out. But I still couldn't walk in front of their camera because I'm not a dick. I'm like, well, I don't know where to put myself. And I don't want to have to concentrate on not being in your way as well as getting the pictures I want. It's difficult for me working with video teams because I can't run around and not worry, because I run around a lot. I do like 11 miles a wedding, maybe.
Nice.
I don't want to get in your way. Mm-hmm. But I've had great fun with them.
Yeah.
It's nice to have someone to talk to.
Yeah, that's so funny. It's kind of strange because I've always had Greg Atwin to talk to, but we work with other photographers who never work with other people, and they're like, "Oh, this was so nice just to be able to talk to someone else." I'm like, "Yeah, it must be such a fucking lonely job sometimes."
Yeah,
yeah. So,
Uncle Bob will come over, and they're proper Uncle Bobs.
Yeah,
I had one of those in the 70s. Do you want to have a play? And one of those Uncle Bobs took a great picture of me, actually. I'm like, oh, I don't look quite. And then he said I was a wedding photographer in the 60s. And I was like, yeah, sweet. Thanks very much. Got a new headshot. Mm-hmm, Cheers, Bob. Out of focus, obviously, because, yeah, none of us are getting any younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell me about it. My hair is so grey nowadays. Kate, you're walking down the street. You see your younger self. She sees you.
How old is she?
Let's say 18. Let's say 18, right? What would surprise her about you now? Can you even remember what you were like at 18?
Give me a minute, I'm thinking. It's a lot.
I forget how long ago it was. Like sorry.
22, no. 32 years, no. 28,
don't do the math. It'll just make you sad. Don't.
Right. I don't give up on that math. Surprised about? I don't think anything, to be fair. Nothing. Oof. No, she'd be surprised that I'm doing weddings.
Okay.
She'd probably want to know the reasoning behind that. This is never something she was particularly interested in. She'd be quite surprised that I haven't been arrested.
I mean,
I'm trying to think if I have been.
You're close.
Yeah, no. Oh, why not? Wait, what do you know? What?
I mean, the airport alone, that was pretty close.
I wasn't nowhere near close.
I don't know. I don't know.
In all honesty, I don't think anything would surprise her, to be honest with you.
Okay.
No. I think this kind of chaotic journey is probably the kind of thing. Actually, 18-year-old me is probably a little bit disappointed and surprised that I'm not headlining Reading next year.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you a musician?
No. God, no.
Right.
But when I was 18, you asked 18.
Yeah.
I was in a Riot Girl band.
What?
We were called Riot Girl. It was like a thing in the 90s. It was like an all-girl band.
I'm familiar. I just...
Okie dokie,
I got a bit surprised you said that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
We were called...
I did research and I didn't see any of that.
It's not online anywhere. That's why.
I'm
telling you. You're getting a little secret. We were called Beaver. And I used to go out with the word beaver sharpied on the back of my leg like a tribal tattoo. I had a tribal tattoo, but this was like a fake tribal tattoo on the back of my leg and it just said beaver. I was the singer. I can't sing.
You don't have to in a Riot band.
I was going to say, it's fine.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But now I'm getting the band back together and Sexy Pistols, all female, over 50 Sex Pistols tribute. None of us can play our instruments.
Sounds good.
Amazing. When you're
just
recording,
an excuse to stage dive again?
Exactly. You're not allowed to do it anymore at the venues. So, you got to take it where you, where you can get it. No, I think the only thing 18-year-old Kate would be surprised about was that the band didn't make it. Of course, it wasn't going to make it. We're more interested in drinking than playing anything.
Yeah. That sounds about right when you're that young. When you're in a band, it's more about the socializing and the drinking and the smoking than yeah. That was my
There are
experience
photos
anyway.
somewhere. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the pictures are, but I used to take the band pictures and then I'd take them to Boots. And when Boots would send your film back and you get like the little sticker on the pictures and say, "This is out of focus, do better." Maybe we should get those back. I can stick them on my own film pictures when Gary sends them back. Out of focus, out of focus, out of focus. Why have you got a picture of your shoes? Out of focus. No, I'm joking. You don't take that
You
many
can
out of
have
focus.
a wee collection of stickers. That'd be quite nice. I quite enjoy, like when I buy a new coffee and they come in a tin, I always keep the little sticker that's on top and I stick it somewhere and I'm like, yes, I had that coffee. You could do the same with your photographs. Out of focus. Yes. I earned that. I earned that sticker.
Hey, I'm Ashley from With Jack. I'm one of the sponsors of the Perspective podcast. With Jack helps to keep photographers in business by supporting them financially and legally if they have problems with a client or they make a mistake in their work. We've all had that fear of our CF card or our hard drive failing and losing important photos. You can find out more at withjack.co.uk. Head over there and find out how we can help you be a confident creative.
I'm relaxing it a little bit. I'm relaxing. Everything needs to be the way it was on the magazines in the 90s and like a proper photojournalistic element. And I'm now allowing a slower shutter in, especially for confetti. I know this is so against my normal, like an open wide or a slow shutter is against everything I ever did. And now I'm kind of allowing it in a little bit for a little bit of artistic, looks all right. Quite like
Slow
it. I took a picture up a tree at my last wedding, and that was a slow shutter, and her dress kind of looked a bit like water, so that was quite nice.
Cool. As in you were up the tree?
I was in a what do you call it? A tire swing in a tree, and as it was going round, and every time it went round to where the couple was, I took a picture.
Cool. All right.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah, please do. In fact, are we going to have to ask Kate for all these? So you showed us a couple on your phone.
Some I can, yeah.
If you can send them over just so I can edit them in to the video.
My babes and 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 babes. Everyone's got a picture. Everyone's got a note. Hold on.
Oh,
here we go.
That. It's like a journal.
I was in a tree. Yeah. Film notes as well, so I know what works and what didn't. Took that from up a tree. There you go. In a tree.
That looks cool as fuck.
Nice. Yeah.
This is the last 2 years of weddings.
So is that like one photograph per wedding? And then your thoughts on the wedding? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So who can I actually use? Hold on a minute.
Are you ever gonna? I mean,
nope. Yes.
Would you ever release this as an actual book?
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to take out some of the NDA people, but I can show because this was on Instagram. So again,
I love that image.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And there's my field notes, which go something like, "When Jamie started crying, it set me off. It was so lovely with his mum holding onto his arm as Teresa walked down the aisle. I loved how she didn't let go of her wine bottle when we did portraits." And there's a bit about Jamie's mum and how she asked me to do photos for her. "It's a shame I didn't have a massive video light for all the people on the stairs during the cake cutting." A little bit there that I can't talk about because it will give things away for people. And then, this one. Again, the notes on pushing the black and white film there.
Oh, amazing.
And this also has, the registrar did not like me asking her not to stand so close to the couple. But the couple told me later they loved it. Phew. And I cried again.
Oh, my God.
And I know now, I know exactly when I went from Ilford HP5 to Kodak TMAX, for example, because it's in my book. And I know exactly, when this happened, I know what the lighting was, what I did. And it's like what I could do better because we work for ourselves. There's no boss to do my performance, whatever. So I'm like, it's literally just this bloody book.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But yeah,
Love that.
I am turning it into a book. There's a few books I'm doing next year, like 4 of them. This is one of them.
Amazing.
I'm assuming
I
you've
love
always sort of journaled a bit like that, but when did the idea of the one photo in the notes concept start?
It was a groom of mine last year, and he is a commercial photographer. And he said, I'm absolutely not claiming this was my idea. Thank you, Joel. This was his idea. He said, you know what you want to do? You want to get one of those moleskin books, and you want to put a picture in it, and you want to write down each wedding for Instagram. But it's just really helpful for me.
For
All
Instagram.
of them.
Okay.
He said for Instagram, but they're literally, and my handwriting is fun.
Yeah. God, that's so cool.
But no, I keep a diary. I do. I like writing journals, haikus. I just got into poetry. That's what 18-year-old Kate would be surprised about. I'm writing bloody poetry.
I mean, it's kind of a lost art at this point. Like, who writes haiku anymore?
Would you like me to write one for you when we get off the call? I will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Wonderful.
They're not great, but it doesn't matter, right? As long as you're enjoying yourself, who cares?
I think, if I believe, like, haikus, they're not to be beautiful. They're supposed to be almost like a meditation kind of ritual, right? You're able to, like, focus in on something and express it.
They're supposed to be.
Simple form, yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. I just piss around.
You just piss around. Fuck around with words. Fine.
It's the same with everything. That's what photography. I just fuck around with cameras.
Yeah. I mean,
so is everyone coming to Weird going to get their own haiku?
Yes. Jesus.
Big them up. They're really not that exciting.
I mean, I've always appreciated haiku, if I'm honest. Just
I'll make you a haiku. Ollie's had a haiku. I can't remember what his one. Yeah, you have to ask him about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I promise you, I'll write you a terrible haiku.
Amazing. Oh, can't wait. Since Greg brought it up, let's talk about weird for a minute. So the retreat. What are you like? What made you say yes to this retreat in particular?
Luke's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
He is a good guy. He's really interested in getting a good mix of people together, and it's not. I mean, standing on a stage is terrifying. So, but can't hide behind a stage, can't jump up a stage, and because there's such a small amount of people, it's not just like talking at. There's going to be some interaction. It's a few days. We all get to learn, which is going to be pretty solid. Just being in a room with a bunch of different people and different thoughts. I don't know. I think it's been quite magical. I think we're all going to get a really good experience out of this. Why am I looking forward to it? I've never done anything like this before. Like staying in a house with like a bunch of people I don't know. It's actually terrifying. It's also the very beginning of like the 90s slasher movie, you know. Who gets picked off first?
Okay.
No.
Okay. And now we're all going to find out who the murderer is. Shit, I'm terrible at that. Oh well.
That's a great shout. I think it's going to be fun. I've never been to anything like this. I've never really seen anything like this. I think it's very much a case of leave your ego at the door. We're all on the same level. Let's all go and learn, and let's get not weird, because that's really like we're going to be running around the forest doing weird shit at night. Maybe we will. Who knows?
I mean, who knows?
Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it there.
Would you describe yourself as weird?
No.
Nah.
I'm just me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And we're all different, you know. Everyone is walking their own path. Everyone's dancing to their own tune. That doesn't make you strange. It just makes you not the same as the person you're talking to.
Interesting. Yeah.
So no, I don't think I'm weird.
Yeah, that's fine. I've always seen myself as weird, but I suppose then I would have to have this sense of normal and how I'm not.
Why do you think you're weird, Simon for the Feral?
Simon for the Feral. I don't know. I just do weird things. I do weird things. I just never felt like I fitted in, and so.
Oh, same.
Yeah. I mean, you could. It's kind of a deep question. You could be like,
but doesn't it not make them weird if you don't fit in? Perhaps they are the ones that are a little bit odd, and you're perhaps the one that is pretty much awesome. Just a thought.
I mean, maybe, maybe, but they're in a big. They're like most people kind of group themselves in a similar kind of. I don't know. I'm not describing this very, very, very well.
Same.
just felt like I never fitted in, you know? So
Same. But I don't think
okay.
I'm weird. I think they are the problem. The reason I don't fit in isn't for anything that I'm a little bit odd. It's perhaps that they're not ready to accept the Kate. There you go.
Yeah.
They're the problem, not you.
Maybe that's the UK part of me where I'm just like, oh no, it's definitely my fault. It's definitely me.
Oh,
sorry.
Honestly, this is me on a rare confident morning. I'll put the phone and I'll be like, oh my God, everyone hates me. What did I say? What did I do? Give me about an hour and I'll be like, oh my God, what did I say? What did I do? Can we go back and do the podcast again?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so right, so going back to weird.
Yes.
There is a talk element to it that you're giving,
Yes.
right?
There is.
What's that gonna be on?
I don't really know yet.
Oh, okay.
It kind of depends who's going and what perhaps they might get the most out of hearing.
Huh?
But obviously, I don't know who the attendees are. I don't know, but I want it to be inspiring.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean,
That's
I know that Ed.
That's my only goal.
Have you spoken to Ed Godin? Godin?
No, not in person.
Okay. He loves to talk about money. He doesn't really. He absolutely hates it. But I'm just I'm
I clearly hate it as well.
I want everyone to ask him about money. It's just.
He did say he was excited about the sort of film stuff. So, and he said that he was excited by sort of your work as well. So,
well, should I talk about film then? Do you think?
Maybe.
I think people expect that.
I'm sure you have to touch on it.
No,
yeah.
I don't know. I talk about all these things, and I've never once spoken about film because I think it's one of the least interesting things about me and what I do. But I think people go to these things and they expect it to be film, and they might go away a little bit upset that there hasn't been a film element. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about film a little bit, but then Sundari probably will as well. So that's at least two of us. And Ollie probably three of us talking about film. So you're going to have no worries. Film's going to be completely covered. I think a lot of mine is more of the fuck it moment, the changing to please others and realizing what would I do if I wasn't worried about failing, and how would that look like? If you're here and the only way to go is here, what would that look like? And it's been quite an interesting journey. Interesting is a good word. Let's use the word interesting.
Yeah.
When you were going through that sort of rebrand and change, did you have any sort of clients that were drifting over, or because of 2020, did you have like a clear calendar?
I had been ordained for a friend's wedding the year before. Everyone, you know where this is going, don't you? And everyone who couldn't get married in 2020 and had cancelled their weddings and whatnot, I married them. So in 2020, I married like 36 couples. And then I photographed them. So we did Big Sur and Joshua Tree and Yosemite and, all of the big five shit that people wanted in America. But I did it my way with my collection of film cameras, and we just kind of pissed around, running around Joshua Tree singing and that sort of thing. My couple was very much kind of landed on the same page. Even the ones who were very traditional in 2020, they had no choice but to go the Kate way, kind of, if they wanted to get married. Or they could find someone normal, perhaps. And I did that. And then I had a very clear calendar. And then I was like, right, well, I'm going to move home because they were kicking me out. And I thought I'd just leave anyway before that could happen. And my mum, and I was trying to get a full-time job as well. My mum was like, no one's ever going to hire you in England. Like, you swear on your website, you're so different. Like, for photography, for weddings, she said, it's not like America. And she was right. America's very traditional. But my experience, my couples were very traditional. There was a lot of following everything. The first look, then this, then this, then that, then that. And I found couples over here are much more able to more be themselves. So it's a lot more fun. And they are also able to go, well, actually, this is the kind of wedding photos I want. And here I am. And I'm like, Mum, you were wrong. But I was having interviews at like 3:00 in the morning from California with no one wanted to hire me for a full-time job. I was literally unemployable when I came back. I was unemployable. But so luckily the photo shit worked out.
Yeah. Man, I wonder, I mean,
No.
we have a lot of American clients, and so like for our weddings, it feels quite structured still. So I kind of get I don't want to get jealous. Jealous is not the right word, but I'm so I would love to have a little bit of carnage in our weddings, and sometimes there's a little bit, but to be honest, I think a lot of our couples are quite, again, not reserved, but it's a lot of planning. They're American. They like the structure, so I think a lot of that is very It can be very unadventurous. But yeah,
there's a lot more carnage over here.
Yeah,
way more carnage. Way more carnage over here.
So I appreciate when I see images that lean into that more. Yeah, maybe I am jealous. You know what? Fuck, I am jealous. I am jealous of the carnage.
You should come to one of my weddings. That's what you want to do. You want to come to one of my weddings.
I tell you,
They
I'll
are
bring
so
a video
much
light
fun.
as well.
I'd love a video light. I love it when a videographer brings a video. I might have to bring my own video light. That'd be fun. We could have fun. I have very, very fun couples.
I've got someone at my door. Can Greg, take over? I'm so sorry, Kate. I'm going to be listening to you.
How unprofessional.
I love my couples. I think they see the unseriousness, I hope, of how I do not take myself too. And the brochure as well is very unserious. And he popped up very quickly there. That wasn't...
Sorry. I went, my wife had got the door, so it's fine.
Good job, Simon's wife. It's all very unserious. And there's a few little jokes in there. And even the contract has got a couple of jokes in it about wedding cake. To keep it unserious, to keep it fun, to keep the vibe up. And yeah, like I said, one of the most important things is not being a threat. Not being a threat. I'm not intimidating. I show everybody that GIF, of the guy's face changing with that lens used.
Oh, yeah.
And they go, oh, I look terrible on camera. And I'm like, no, you look terrible on an iPhone. Everyone looks terrible on an iPhone. See this tiny nose, looks massive on an iPhone. And here's why. I show them that GIF that's saved in my phone of the man whose face changes. And they're all like, shit, I'm not ugly. Nope, it's the phone. Yep. That's it. Bridesmaids on side. Let them play around with my cameras. Absolutely. You want to take a picture of each other? Go ahead. Take the barrier down. It's your wedding day. I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat. I'm here as one of you in amongst it and not off to the side. And that is probably one of the most important things for me, other than making sure I don't fuck up the film, is not be intimidating.
Do you struggle at all with society's like beauty standards and people's interpretation of themselves in an image? Like, does that ever clash with how you want to take an image or your journalistic approach?
It's really sad to me because, again, my age and growing up without a phone, we didn't have the body image issues that people have these days. Really. People weren't slapping images of themselves online. There wasn't this pressure to take 50 great pictures of me for one picture for Instagram. We didn't care as much about what people thought about us because we were too busy enjoying ourselves. And it's really sad to me that I go to a wedding and people are convinced, these gorgeous people are convinced they're not. Oh, can you Photoshop out all of my lines? I'm like, dude, I've got way more than you. No, like, this is proof I've lived. This is 50 years old on my face. I mean, I'm not happy with a lot of it, but if I get Botox, I'm going to look 50 and shiny. So I'd rather be 50 and lined. And that really makes me so sad that they have no idea how gorgeous they are. And I'll say to them, little pet, I do so many of these at weddings. Like when I was your age, no idea how gorgeous I was. And I'll show photos and like explain and talk about the iPhone. Do you like the way you look when you walk past a window and you accidentally catch a sight of yourself and you go, oh my God, do I look gorgeous today? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, that's how you actually look. It's not this. It's not this piece of crap. This is, and it's the wide angle. And again, over and over and over and over again. Do you ever stand on the edge of a group photo and you're twice as wide as everyone else? Yes, I do. It's the phone. And then I say, this camera has this lens. This camera has this lens. This is how you actually look. Please trust me. That's it. And I do that speech so much throughout the day with one of the groom's in here. His mum came up to me at a wedding this year and she said, photograph well. I'm really not I'm not a photo. What's that word?
Photogenic.
Thank you. I photojournalist in my head. I'm really not photogenic. I kind of think you might be able to get something good. And that broke my fucking, and this woman was like gorgeous. Light came out, beautiful light, beautiful light. I was like, hey, come with me. So she put her shoes on and I took a few pictures of her and she looked insane. And she was so happy. She was so happy. That groom's mum was one of the most important parts of that wedding for me, that I was able to provide her with something that made her feel confident, that made her feel like herself when she didn't feel that she could, but that also she felt comfortable enough to come up to me and say, I think you could make me a good picture. And I was like, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Come with me into this little patch of light.
Amazing.
I'll show you when we're off the phone. I won't show that publicly because, it might embarrass her, but I'll show you two when we're off the phone. I know it's dangling things and then taking them away.
It's Gary all over again. Damn you,
Gary. I'll give you a VIP intro to Gary, but, just means you've got to walk your film into Farringdon, know the gate code, know the address, know how to talk about football. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I can't do
timing
that.
out.
See,
do you see that ludicrous display last night? Yeah, I know what to say. I talk about football.
Yeah,
me too. Oh, there you go. You can talk to Greg about football.
Should we talk about some images that we can talk about? Presumably, seeing as they were
what do you want to talk about?
Let me pull some up, and we'll.
So this is show and tell.
I didn't know we were going to do this. Oh no!
Oh yes.
My gosh.
Or as I like to slur my words, Chantel.
Where did you get this from? But I sent that to you.
You sent it to me.
Sometimes Simon goes digging to find things. Other times we stick to the folder that we get.
Yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot.
You did. You sent me pictures because what I
did, yeah.
Yeah, you did. Well, what I don't want to do is like pick an image, and obviously this doesn't apply to you, obviously, because you don't shoot with a second. But sometimes I would have guests on and be like, "Hey, this is your show and tell," and they'd be like, "I didn't take that photograph."
No, I didn't take that photograph. That was the guest with 3 film cameras. She took that picture.
You are fucking with me. Oh my God.
I'm fucking with you. Dude.
I'd be like, damn, it's very good.
Sorry, I should have probably told you I do like to have fun.
Although there might be one that maybe the bride or the groom or someone's taken. No, maybe.
Oh, let's find out.
Could that happen?
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, absolutely. But I probably wouldn't have given it to you. But my couples do photograph each other if they show an interest, because they've got a picture they took of each other on their wedding day and they smile at each other differently from the way they smile at me, which is really cute.
Yeah. I mean, they love each other. They don't love you.
I mean, they don't love me. They like me.
They love you to a degree, but yeah, it's not the same. So what I'll do is I'll tell you why I picked this image, and then you can tell me if I'm right or wrong or whatever. Or
Penny and Ted. Yeah. So, I'm really intrigued.
First of all, I love a black and white image. Everyone knows that. And obviously, like, leading lines of the fence and stuff. But the thing about this to me, and I will say this in retrospect of the year that we've just had, where we have worked alongside photographers, many of them, and I won't name who, and I'm not saying you're bad at all for doing this, it's just a style, but they'll take their couple to a location and start shooting, and then they'll take their couple to another location, start shooting. But to me, as a storyteller, even though they would maybe use that word as well, I'm like, how are you getting to one place or another? You're taking the photo from the same distance, and it all looks the same, just a different backdrop. Am I hearing something, Greg? You okay?
Fine. I'll take a drink.
Sorry. I thought you were talking to me. And so there's always a lack of story, in that regard, and I always feel like some of the best stuff I get is like just walking to and from places, and so I appreciate when that's done by a photographer, but then doubly so because what we're looking at is like an industrial fence with like buildings in the background. Like, this does not scream wedding to me. So I appreciate the fact that you've kind of you've not been hampered by the fact that you're shooting weddings, as obviously we've talked about how that's not.
Thank you.
You know, so yeah. But why did you take this image? What about it do you like so much? I'm intrigued.
The veil. The veil. I missed the veil. They were really into this curly bridge where they got engaged on. This is Leon C in Essex. This is where I'm from. I'm an Essex girl. I know it's obvious to everybody. It's the white stilettos. And it was really important to them to get photos on this curly bridge. And this was the walk. They said they'd come down the curly bridge. I was behind them. It was windy, and it wasn't windy when I think I sent you another picture from above, and they're walking, but her veil wasn't lifting. And we love a lifty veil. And I'm behind them, and we're walking to this great big old battleship where they were having their reception. Again, not very traditional weddings. So to her right is the train line, and to his left is the Thames estuary, the water of Leon Sea. And the only way to get to this battleship is down this tiny little path. As they keep walking, there'll be some boatyards on their left, and again, the train on the right. And this was the one moment that the M25 turned up in the background, basically walking in the other direction with their dogs, because it was a Saturday afternoon in May. And it was not cloudy. It was a bright sunny day.
Oh, interesting.
But I found that boring, so I shot it on black and white, and I underexposed it a little bit.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I really like it. What is the film? What did you say the film they used?
Let me check my book, because I moved to TMAX.
Pre-transition?
It's pre-transition. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Hold on one tick.
I can't remember the film that you mentioned to me, but it has an Ilford HP vibe to me, but that might be because you've underexposed it.
It's Ilford. So this is a picture in my book that goes with it. That's that picture. I have written portrait. I love you so much. For that wedding, because there was some beautiful stuff on the boat. Loved what happened on the bridge. Loved the light in the family photos. Killer combo, Portrait 400, Pentax 645, Gary, and that gorgeous milky blue light. I need to let it go. The photo I wasn't able to get because people were in my way. Once again, 3200 TMAX for the win. Fucking love that film. Get wholesale portrait whenever possible, has to be. But nice. I know I did not move to TMAX until... I'm pretty sure it was Daisy. No. Oh, yes, July 4th. I've actually written it down. Oh, Polaroid's going everywhere. Portrait 800 as usual, and my new favourite 3200 TMAX and 400. I'm sorry, Ilford HP5. So July 4th. July 4th was the wedding, apparently, where I said no more Ilford HP5. And because I had done an experiment on my balcony with a whole roll of film on Ilford, and I'd gone over and I'd gone under, and the same with TMAX. And TMAX holds, it copes with overexposure so much better than Ilford, and pushing as well. So in July, I literally moved everything over from Ilford to Kodak TMAX. So this is one of the last weddings I was doing on Ilford HP5, and that would have been 35 mil in my Canon 3. Okay. Probably on a 50. No, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I really like this image. It's punchy and yeah.
Thank you. I don't hate it today.
Yeah. You don't hate it today. Oh Jesus!
I hate all my pictures. Tell me it's not. Tell me it's not just me. Oh, Bunny. Her name was Bunny as well.
Another bunny.
Another bunny.
Another bunny. Oh my god!
The girl in the gold dress. She was the bride.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I love this image purely because I love taking photographs of people eating. Not photographs. Oh, photographs, but video clips.
We're not supposed to.
Yeah, I know.
Don't you?
I know. But it's the same as the way when a couple come up, can I take a photograph of me when it's a video? It's the same kind of thing. You just have to go into it. And some of the reactions that I get from people like side-eyeing me, or just they look at me, but then they pull the food away. I've had some amazingly funny, it's great. So I love it. because it's not like a traditional wedding-y image, which is exactly
It's the groom. That's the groom there, to the left, holding the beer. They're from Essex as well, by the way. There's a bit of a theme here. People from where I'm from, I think we're quite fun.
Yes, I'm getting that vibe for sure. But
yeah, they were.
I love it.
That was her second dress as well. Oh, she's lovely. She's an artist, actually. She's just doing her artist residency.
Cool. So, well, tell me why you took this image. What about it do you like, or maybe you don't like it today? I don't know. Who knows?
I like it today.
You like it today?
I don't remember. I do not remember why I took it. I can't. It was 2 years ago. But that cake had a lot of photos. There's an image, I don't know if I sent it to you, and there's a guest and she's like licking this knife in front of this cake. It was that wedding. This one wedding, I don't know what it was about this cake. And people were just, it was just, no. It was just a really nice cake. And when the cake came out, people just attacked it. And I think I did a whole roll of film attacking this bloody cake. And that was from that role. But they were just really fun people as well. And we just had a really good time. And they let me get close. So a lot of my favorites, you can see how close I am. And it's hard. This is the camera, this is them, this is me. Like, to get that close, again, it's taken away any level of intimidation and just turning up like, hello, I'm just a normal photographer.
Yeah,
I'm not
you can
scary.
feel that closeness because it's got that look as if you were in the nightclub in the 90s with your mates. It doesn't feel like you're separated here. It feels like you're in the moment.
I need to be in the moment. There's very rare a wedding they won't allow me in. Some of the more famousy ones, there is more of a separation, understandably. But these, when they let me in and I'm like a beloved part of the family, and it's always a surprise to everybody when I go home. Like, oh no, you're leaving. I'm like, yeah. And they feel like, oh shit, I forgot you're the photographer. I'm like, oh, put the camera down and stay for a dance. But I take the camera with me. I need it. Like, I'm on the dance floor and I've still got a point and shoot around my neck. I can't let myself just dance. I'm like, I've got that camera there just in case, like, just to hide behind, just a little bit of a
safety blanket.
I'm quite shy, naturally. You'd never know.
What?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. If my mum watches this, she'd be like, don't be ridiculous. You've never been shy, Catherine. I really, honestly, I really am. I like having the camera to hide behind.
Mm-hmm. I get that as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah. Greg, next image. Although I have
Hannah and Pete.
Oh, yes. Sorry. So I'm looking down. I've got my laptop down here. It's a slightly bigger image that I'm looking at, but it's still the size of my thumb. But yeah, so the reason I picked this is because, this is, I'm assuming, because obviously I wasn't there, but it looks like the speeches portion of a wedding.
That lots of people I know find really boring, and it's something that they just get through.
Yeah, well, yes, we've spoken to loads of photographers. Obviously, it's a major part of our job is to document all the speeches and stuff. I really enjoy them.
I do.
A lot of the time, you find photographers are just shooting with the 70-200, and they're at the back of the room, and they're just like boom, 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 just documenting them very safely. I don't have a 70-200. That should tell you everything you need to know. I have 35 and 50. 35 and 50, which, we didn't talk about your kit, but that's fine.
No, it doesn't matter. This is the most important.
So you are so close, and I really like that about this image, especially because this is the part of the day, and I've just seen so many safe shots of the speeches section of the day. So I really love that.
I'm just smiling this big because they were just so lovely. Yeah, those people. Yeah.
So So what's your technique for speeches then? Or what advice would you give to photographers who I've maybe described they're sitting at the back with 70-200 and they're just getting safe shots? What would be your advice?
People know you're there. You're not a ninja. Like, you're a photographer. People know I'm there. But you don't have to hide at the back of the room. I was sitting in her spot. So that's the best friend doing the speech. And I took her chair. So I'm now at the table and I could get her. I got them. Her parents were sitting next to her. His parents were there. I could swivel around. The best friends are behind me. I can swivel that way. The grandparents are there. Get amongst it. My advice for speeches would be just one or two of the person speaking, because no one looks particularly great when they're like that, unless they get emotional. All the reactions, everybody, not just the couple. Everyone reacting, get them. That's why I'm an overshooter, because I'm like, clicking everywhere. That's the one of the couples where we did a little impromptu photo session in the toilet. I did a whole contact sheet for them, actually, of this, like, she got changed. We did like a shoot, and it was like a toilet cubicle. It was absolutely amazing. They were lovely. Hannah and Pete were just so lovely, so lovely. In amongst it, I know speeches, people, oh God, it's the speeches. I love them. You get to find out so much about these people you spent the day with. You get to hear all the in-jokes, all the stories. And it just makes me feel really warm and fuzzy. And I really like the speeches part of it. Like, okay, well, how would I want to remember when people are saying really nice, funny things about me? Probably what I'd want to remember. There are crying pictures too. That whole wedding, there are quite a few black and whites of parents crying and embarrassed friends. But I think I gave you so many black and whites when actually I'm a really colour person. So I seem to be giving out a lot of black and white at the moment, which is quite weird. So I thought I'd better not do too many from their wedding for you.
Mm-hmm.
That was lovely.
I love this as well. It's kind of unusual. Well, is it? I suppose maybe not in the UK. But like this, like they're not facing the speaker, or maybe they've just turned around to laugh. Like I'm intrigued about the positioning. As well, because obviously they're not facing her, which
they were half. I can't remember.
Yeah, because the way that you're positioned and you described yourself as taking her seat, I'm like, then how they face? I don't know. It's just quite an interesting. Like everyone's facing you, but really they should be looking at her. So would they have been laughing and then totally weird?
I'd need to go through the whole speeches, pictures, but they would have turned and looked at her at some point. I know they did, because I've got pictures of the groom looking at her, because I know she said something really really risque, and everyone turned around to look, and I know I've got a picture of the groom going like that, and at that point, this is a long table in a pub, and at that point I'm standing at the other end. I think I'm sitting like next to the best man or something, and they're very good. If you're like, oh, can I just wiggle in next to you, and like kneeling on the floor, oh, get your shot. Like I used to be so bad at that, and now they see me and they're like, do you want to get in? Oh, thanks very much. I won't be a second. Oh, I'm just gonna pop down in front of you. Sorry. They're more than happy, because they know you're not there to be a dick. You're there to get the photo that your couple wants. Mm-hmm. So people, I've found that they're quite helpful. They'll move a glass out of the way. Thank you very much. Like things, they'll notice me wanting to take a picture, and people will move things, or they'll move themselves. And I've noticed that at quite a few weddings. I'm like, that's really nice of you to casually position yourself to help the photographer, because it's a collaboration. It's not just me. It's everyone in the room helping me get what I want. I've been on someone's shoulders on a dance floor.
Wait, what?
Because people want to help. They want to get the good view. I'm not tall. My assistant's very tall. And when he takes pictures, they're like a completely different angle, which is absolutely insane. Like I can never, ever, ever get anything that.
Mm-hmm. You need a drone. That's what you need. Just get yourself a drone.
I had a drone. I flew into a tree and I never got another one. That was back in California.
Fair enough.
I tried playing with all the exciting new stuff. I did mirrorless. I did a drone. It's like, I saw Don McCullin last week, and he did a talk, and then I got to meet him afterwards. And he said, the camera doesn't matter. My eyes is the only thing that matters. You can give me any camera, and the only thing that's the common denominator that's important is my eyes. And I was like, I'm going to steal that from you, Don. So the equipment doesn't matter. My eyes is the only thing.
Even though we've just said you've turned 50 and your eyes are kind of going.
This is true, yeah. And you'll have to pry that film camera out of my cold, dead hands. But other than that, the equipment and the eyes, let's just go with that.
Yeah, amazing. Greg, I think there's one more image, right? think there's one more image, and I have a funny feeling we've already. It's the fucking cake.
It's Lottie. I love this girl.
What absolute carnage this image is. I mean, that face as well. I'm just like, it's so
the wedding.
Good. Yeah,
it was insane. She was great. She
Is this on your? I think this is on your website as well, right? This image.
It's bloody everywhere, mate. It's in my brochure. It's on the website. She's so fun. She was a wedding guest.
Yeah.
And she's like in her 20s, I want to say. And we follow each other on Instagram. And I get to I shouldn't really admit to any of this. I get to learn young stuff from her Insta. I've learned words and what's cool and everything else just by literally this one girl. So I've got an idea. I'm down with the kids from this one wedding guest, but she was just so fun. And when she did that, I was like, please come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please come out. Please come out. And I think she licked the knife. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she licked the knife afterwards.
Yeah.
But my film was it was rewinding at the time. It was like,
yeah. Yeah.
So end of roll again. End of roll. Yeah.
End of roll. You can be free. Shoot every wedding like it's the end of a roll.
Yeah. Although, see the beginning and the end of the roll, I'm never too sure. There's space where films sometimes work. You maybe get an extra one. That's to me why it's. I mean, I don't know if that's the same with you or if I'm just reading.
Depends on the camera. Wrong. I get an extra image or two on the Yashica T3, depending.
Yeah, but I've always been I'm not exactly sure. Sometimes it's different. Sometimes I get one, maybe 1.5, but it's always that half frame that I usually gravitate towards. It's so you're right. It is the beginning and the end when things have fucked up somewhere. I love that.
But that's when it becomes fun.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes fun. I know I'm giving the impression of someone who is confident and very much knows what they're doing. Honestly, I'm like a duck. So I'm very calm on the surface, but underneath my legs are like this, literally.
Fair enough. My God. I'm so sorry, listeners. If you're not watching the YouTube, you should absolutely go and check those images out.
I thought you were going to say you should go and see Kate being a duck.
You should go, well, I mean, yes, you definitely go see that. She's quackers. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've got 3 kids. A bad dad joke every once in a while.
You've got to have dad jokes, especially at weddings.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. On this
what
episode.
images did I promise to send you afterwards? Because I'm going to forget if I don't remember now.
Oh, the one on your phone, which was
when it was dark.
Yeah, I had no idea what that was, so I can't describe it.
Okay.
The one in the book as well.
Which one in the book?
Reason you went to get the book.
It was. I know there was
the
one.
tire swing.
The tire swing, but there was also the one where the bride's in the lawn chair, she's holding a bottle and the groom's above her.
We've got that, I think. I've seen it.
We've got that. Okay.
But do you want to see the picture they took of each other?
Oh, yes, I would love that.
He is taking a photo of her, and then they swapped over, because I like to do that with my couples, and then she took a picture of him. And you'll see, I'm going to send you the one he took of her, the one she took of him, and then you'll see how their faces are so different when they're looking at each other than when they're looking at me. So, and you know what else? I'm going to send you a picture. The groom's mum, the one that she asked me.
Yes, they're the lovely one. Yeah.
I don't know how we go about not sharing it. I don't think he's ever going to see it. They might see it.
Well, we just won't post it. If you ask us not to post it,
I'll show it to you.
But I would love to see it.
And then no one else. I will. So if I go J and T and then mum. God, this is awful. It's we're promising you all things that you don't get to see. But again, it's protecting people's lives and privacy, and I'm not going to show them. And where I'm trying to go with this. I'm just, my 100%. Words seem to have gone.
People's privacy in a world where everything's online, it just needs to be respected a little bit more.
Exactly. So just a little bit of privacy for my couples that want to be private.
This has been spoken about not on this episode but on other episodes. It's sort of our opinion that you should never be a dick with your posting of weddings. So if you have a really nice wedding and you were asked not to post it,
Ugh.
I would never post that. Maybe if you're struggling with that, like, I get it, you want to build your portfolio or whatever, you want to show this amazing celebrity wedding or whatever, but integrity, I think, is important.
It's someone's. I think, how would I like it?
Yeah.
If I opened my phone and there's a picture of me right there, and I'd be like, I wouldn't like it. But again, I'm a little older and all of that bananas, and I'm very private, but I wouldn't like it. So yeah, it's a long involved email that goes to the couples, like, what can I post? What can't I post? Can I not post anything? And there are some like, actually, do you not post anything at all? Yep, no problem. It hurts because they are gorgeous, but there's nothing. It's not my wedding. I'm not going to not go against your wishes just so I can post a picture from your wedding that I really like. It hurts, but it's not my day. And how would I feel? And not being a dick is also the thing that can change your photos from being good to great. If you've just got good pictures and you're really nice to them, then they'll think your photos are actually better than they actually are. That's what I hope at every wedding. Anyway, if I'm lovely, they're not going to hate their pictures.
Yeah. And by the way, the same goes for kids at weddings as well. Being a parent, I try not to post my kids online at all, really, because stories that you hear, damn.
Really?
So just be aware of that. And
you
also,
gotta be careful.
NDAs. Don't charge. I'm sorry. I'm sounding like
I do not charge.
Papa Simon over here. It's of our opinion that you shouldn't charge because everyone has the right to their privacy. And on that note, I'm sorry for being all Papa-like. Anyway, Kate, thank you very much for joining us. Where can people find you online if they wanted to go check out your work?
Not many places, but I have an Instagram, Kate Bunny Hampson. Bunny is my real name. House rabbit, long story. Okay. Everything I say is long story. And my website is katebunnyhampson.com, but you're not going to find anything new there until the redesign over the winter. Yeah, but have a look and see if you can find the secret hidden page as well.
Oh my God. I mean, now that you said that, fucking hell, I'm going to. I love an Easter egg. I fucking love an Easter egg.
I might send you the Easter egg if you can't find it.
Oh, definitely. So is it like a page I'm going to have to like type out, or is it like a clickable area in the website?
Clickable area in the website.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's great. I will definitely be clicking the hell out of your website. Yeah. And listeners, if you think you can steal any of Kate's work, you can't. So don't bother trying. All right, don't bother. It's a waste of time. Waste of fucking time. I should know. And people can find us at perspectivebycinemate.com. Our Instagram is at perspective by Cinemate. Cinemate, if you want to follow our wedding work. For the Feral, if you want to follow our photo and video work. And I hope you're ready for weird. If you're not,
I'm ready for weird. Are you ready for weird?
I'm ready. I'm ready, Kate. Hell yeah.
We're going to recreate the flake. Yeah.
It's a 3-day creative retreat built for photographers, artists, and what does that say behind Kate's head? And makers who want space to breathe and room to think. That's right. I need to organize my desktop more.
What's it behind my head? Nothing.
It's happening on the 23rd and 26th of March on the next year, the 2026, which seems like a really futuristic date to me.
I don't know where the year went.
Peaks in the heart of the Peak District. Yeah. And if you have loved this conversation, please do hit subscribe on our YouTube at Perspective by Cinemate or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, you know what? Tell your friend, tell your photography buddy about this, because we don't really advertise this podcast. I like to think of it as like the best kept secret in the wedding photography world. But that's only because I don't enjoy marketing myself. So tell your pal about us, all right? Please. And hopefully we'll see you in the next episode. However,
in the meantime.
Oh, and a haiku.
Stay. Oh, give me a haiku. Stay
I'll
weird.
give you a haiku, I promise.
And enjoy your life.